Hey, what's up, everybody out there? It's King JB, representing MMA affiliates and MMA topics. I'm gonna go over UFC 130. It's coming up on May 28th, 2011, obviously in Las Vegas at the MGM Grand. I'm gonna go over that a little bit. Also in this video today, I'm gonna talk about K-1, my introduction to K-1, because I've actually never watched a kickboxing event in my life, and to kind of broaden my knowledge when it comes to combat sports, I'm going to start checking it out. I know there's a lot to learn in reference to K-1, so I'm going to give it a shot though. I'm going to start paying a little bit more attention to the Dream and other organizations that's out, in the far, far east. So I'm going to check them out. But we're going to start off with UFC 130. First off, I do want to say that I want to thank MMA Madhouse for their sponsorship, their support. Obviously, MMA Topics. Make sure y'all go check out both of them sites. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can also check out MMA Topics, get my latest writings. I've been writing a daily, started yesterday. I'm going to start writing a daily news report on MMA. Not to mention, we got our prediction videos, our reviews. Make sure y'all also check out MMA Affiliates Radio every Sunday night, 12:30 to 11:30 to 12:30 on Blog Talk Radio. All right, man, keeping it moving. UFC 130. First of all, I'm gonna go over the undercard. I'm gonna do it kind of quick. Then I'm gonna get into the main card. Keep my predictions pretty simple. All right, so we're gonna start off with the undercard. We got uh, Renan Barrio. He's won 15 straight, 25-1. He's going against Cole Escovedo at 17-6. Once again, if I cannot pronounce the names right, I apologize. Some of these motherfuckers just got hard names to pronounce. I haven't watched them a lot, so I've never heard the announcers really speak on them too much. But I will say, through my research, I do think that Barrio is an amazing bantamweight. I think he's got a future in the UFC. I thought so, up to a couple months ago, even. I had him in my rankings. I think that when you win 15 straight and you're 25-1, regardless of the competition faced, that you're obviously a good pro fighter. So I think this is going to be a fight of the night. Uh, I think both of these cats are going to want to make an impression in the UFC. But I am going to pick Barrio by decision. Uh, Moving on to the bantamweight fight, we got Mike McDonald, 12-1. He's been looking very good. He's a top 10 candidate in the bantamweight division against Chris Carrioso at 11-2. I got McDonald pulling the win by TKO. This is a very good fight. I originally was thinking decision, but McDonald, up until his last couple fights, I believe, has been finishing everybody. TKOs, KOs. He looks real good right now, so I think he's going to pull the victory, finish the fight. We got Bart Palazewski, 35-14, in the lightweight division against Bryson Tebow. He's 22-7. This is also going to be a great fight. This was really hard for me to pick. Um, but I actually think it's going to go to a decision, and I think Bart's going to pull it off. If he does not pull it off, I believe he'll be cut, pink slip from the UFC. So I do think this is a big fight for him. I believe he lost his last fight when the WEC was still there. So I think this is big for him. No question. I'm going to try to get him on MMA Affiliates Radio leading up to this. I speak to him quite often on Facebook, so hoping we can get him on there. Now we got a middleweight fight next. Kendall Grove, 12-8, against Tim Boesch, 12-4. I believe this is a pink slip fight. I believe the loser of this fight will no longer be in the UFC. Kendall Grove is not very impressive. Part of me wanted to pick against him, but he's just so lengthy. I think he can pull off a submission win. I could be wrong. This could be definitely Tim Boesch's night. Kendall Grove, I think I think he's a very big underachiever. With his height in that middleweight division, he should be able to dominate. He has a reach that's amazing. His jiu-jitsu and submission game is amazing, but he just can't seem to get the shit done. I don't know what his problem is, but he just can't. But he is a UFC veteran, so I give him credit for that, and I think he could probably pull this off. Next in the bantamweight division, we got one of my favorite fighters of all time, Miguel Torres, 39-3. Stepping in there with Mighty Mouse, Demetrius Johnson, who looked very good in his last 3 fights. His win streak is 3. He's 8-1. Here's the thing about Miguel Torres. I think he has the ability to prevent the takedowns from Demetrius Johnson. I think because of that, he'll be able to pull off a decision win. I think he'll stand outside, use his reach a lot, just like he did in his last fight. I think he'll jab, he'll stick and move. And I think he'll beat him. A lot of people think Miguel's done. I don't. I think he's got another championship run in him. My dream fight I've mentioned is Miguel Torres and Uriah Faber. So I don't know, man. Holler at me though. Let me know what y'all think about Miguel Torres. Is he done? He's 39-3, one of the best to ever do it. Plus, he's from here in Indiana, East Chicago. Got to give him big props. You know what I'm saying? Big ups for Miguel Torres. All right, next thing we got, and we're gonna go to the main card, the main draw. We got the middleweight fight between Brian Stann at 10-3 and Jorge Santiago at 23-8. Now, I'm not a Zuffa zombie. I'm not gonna sit here and say that all people outside the UFC are garbage, because they're not. But let's be real about Santiago. He's not been successful in the UFC. His biggest wins are against, Horn and Prangley and Sean Salmon. He hasn't really done as much as everybody gives him credit for. He's been proving that he could be stopped. 5 times he's been dropped and beat. I just don't think his little 2-win fight win streak. I don't think that he is what everybody's making him out to be. He's solid, but I think he's going to have problems in the UFC. Brian Stann, however, 10-3, I also don't think he's what everybody's making him out to be. He got the big win against Sleeben. Other than that, we got the wins against Cantwell. Um, I don't think he's that good. I don't think Brian Stann is as good as everybody thinks he is. He beat Chris Lee. All right, I don't know if I said he got lucky, but I don't mean he got lucky. I don't believe anyone gets lucky in MMA. But I do not believe he's a serious contender. I just don't. Yeah, he's got some size at middleweight, but I just don't think so. I do think he's going to win this fight and I think he's going to either knock him out or TKO. I do think he's going to finish the fight. But for the record, I don't think either one of these two men got big futures in the UFC. I just don't see it. Maybe you guys do. Let me know. We're gonna move on to a welterweight fight. We got Thiago Alves, 18-7 against Rick Story, 12-3. Very good, solid fight. Thiago Alves, man, he's beating everybody, man. My boy Josh Howard. I mean, Josh Howard. From Howard to obviously we got Koscheck, we got Matt Hughes, we got Parisian, we got Chris Lytle. I mean, there's a lot of people that he's took it to. Um, yes, he's had some problem making weight. Yes, he's had some issues where he hasn't been as successful, obviously, with John Fitch. So he's had some problems. But I think overall, he's still a contender. Rick Story, he's all right. He's on a 5-fight winning streak. He's beat Hendricks. He's beat Hazlitt. He's got a win over Ellenberger. He's also lost a Hathaway. He's never been finished, though. I think today will be the first time. I think Thiago Alves will pull off a TKO win. Rick Story's good. I think he's got a future, but I just think Thiago Alves is on a whole nother level. So if you guys find, like I said, you think I'm wrong, let me know. Heavyweight, Stephen Struve and Brown. Here's the thing. Mr. Brown, Travis Brown has shown that he has the ability to fight. He's undefeated. He had to draw with Congo, but his biggest win is against McSweeney. So I don't really know how. It's hard to tell with him right now. Stephen Struve, he's beat Paul Ventello, but he's lost some to Roy Nelson, JD, Junior Dos Santos. Uh, he's 21-4. He's solid. But here's the thing. I think Struve has a problem sometimes with hard hitters. He tries to go out there and he strikes instead of using his reach and taking them down and submitting them. I think he tries to stand too much, and I think that's what's going to hurt him with Travis Brown. I think Travis Brown, he's finished 8 fights by knockout or TKO, and I think he's going to do it again here. I think Travis Brown stays undefeated, and it's a huge upset, and it's a huge win for him. So I look forward to that. I think he'll pull it off. Heavyweight fight. Frank Mir, 14-5. Roy Nelson, Big Country, 15-5. I don't know what it is, but I love this fat motherfucker. Roy Nelson is there's just something about that Big Country motherfucker that's likable. And I'm talking about his skills too. Both of these men have split their last 4 fights. Frank Mir has a lot of problems dealing with people that are bigger than him. He has a huge problem with that, and I think the same thing is going to happen here. I think Roy Nelson's going to lay on him, TK on him, without a shadow of a doubt. Frank Mir's got a problem. Rampage and Hamill. This makes me sad because I'm a huge Rampage fan. I think Matt Hamill's going to lay and pray on him for 15 minutes and get the decision win with his takedowns. I think he's going to do what Rashad did. I hate this because I'm a huge I really want to see Rampage knock his ass out. He's 31-8. Hamill's 10-2. Hamill's got a very awkward career right now. He's got some weird wins. He's got some weird losses. But honestly, I think this will be his biggest win of his career. I think he'll lay and pray, and unfortunately, us Rampage fans will have to watch this bullshit. Rampage will probably get pissed off and quit the UFC. That's what I think will happen. I hope not. I'm rooting for a first round knockout. I want to see Rampage just come out and knock this motherfucker out. Hope he hits him so hard he talks right. But anyway, moving on, that's my UFC 130. When it comes to K-1, I've never watched kickboxing before. I'm about to start fucking with it. I know today there's a huge event. I'm about to turn it on right now. Start fucking with it. I would like some advice on what events I should start with. You know what I'm saying? I know it's been around a long time. I don't know nothing about it. Wikipedia'd it. I'm looking it up. I'm researching it. But what do you guys suggest out there with K1? Which one should I start with? Where should I go to get the best of K1 action? Should I just start at the beginning? Is there a beginning? What's the beginning? Let me know where to go. You know what I'm saying? I'll holler at y'all, man. It's King JB. Make sure y'all fuck with MMA Affiliates Radio every Sunday night. I'm out.